Hi. So, seeing as how makeup prices are getting atrocious and they're just going to keep hiking up and hiking up and hiking up, I was thinking that I would do a series where it's like new stuff, new releases that have come out, but then I will go and shop my stash. So, for today's video, I am going to shop my stash for the Westman Atelier powder blushes. So I know all the cream blushes, their stick format, and those have been converted into the powder blushes, and most of them are existing colors. So I got this very recently. This was their just Christmas release, their Baby Cheeks trio. They're mini ones. All three of these are existing and they're coming out in the powder. Now, there's two types that they've come out with. One is blush and bronzer, or blush and contour powder duo. So there's three in that category. And then in the second category is blush duo. So there's two blushes in one. And I think the blush category, all of them are new, or at least two of them are. Because, yeah, we don't have Fizz and Jam, which is the watermelon flush deep berry one. And then they don't have Suede Sable one either. And then the third one is Coquette and Mimi. Okay, we do have Mimi because I have Mimi, so that is definitely existing. And I was surprised when Mimi worked on my skin tone, just because. So I have their mini Mimi. It looks so dusty and just like it will look ashy on me, but no, it pulls really beautiful. I have a whole video of trying these and all three looked so good. But my favorite was Pop It, and that's what I'm going to try on. So there is, in the Baby Cheeks plus Face Trace Sculpting Powder Duo, that category, there is a Pop It and Ganache powder sculpting duo. So I have both of those in stick format. So that's what I'm going to try on today. And then I'll also swatch like everything that I found in my collection. I'll be doing like a try on of it too, but I'll be swatching in this whole getup today. So let's get started. I thought I would try it on just bare skin. That's what I had done last time and it looked pretty good. So Pop It is described as a bright poppy pink. Yeah, or just poppy pink. There's no bright, but I will say it's a bright poppy pink. And it looks absolutely stunningly beautiful. Like the color is just so pretty. And then Ganache is described as deep espresso. So this is one shade darker than what I would need, sort of, because Truffle could have worked for my skin tone as well. But for contour, I usually try to go darker just because sometimes you never know, they don't work. And then what's the point of contour just like disappearing into your skin, you know? Like if I'm paying money, I want it to work. So here's a swatch of Pop It. And then here's a swatch of Ganache. I have both of these in the travel size. So this is what the powder duo looks like as well. So I mean, I'm obviously not buying any of these. Because first of all, I don't know if I mentioned this, but that powder duo is $75 plus tax. So whatever state you're in plus tax, add 8%, 7%, whatever on top of it. Which, I mean, I guess you could wait and get these in the Sephora sale, but Even if you're at the highest tier, 20% off is still so much money. But here's what they look like. I love these stick formula. I don't particularly want them in powder, so it's an obvious drop for me. I guess, let's see. I guess I'll start. Oh my god. I'm so glad I pulled the product down. But anyway, I guess I'll start with blush. And then we'll contour. Looks so good. And these last a good amount too. I haven't done a full wear test or anything, but last time they stayed on like a bright color on me for 5 hours ish, and that's just because I took them off. Like I had to take my makeup off. That's why I know it stays for 5 hours. It probably could have stayed for longer too. I do have combination skin. Like my T-zone gets super oily, but then the dry parts of my face get super dry as well. So the worst of both worlds, basically. But even with oily skin, these stay on pretty well. It looks pretty nice like this, but I'm going to add another layer just because, I don't know, just like my blush bright. Don't do it like that. Last time I did it and then the circle just stayed on. So I guess I didn't blend it fast enough. Like I had to really go in and blend it. So go in like light layers and then blend quick, basically, is what I would suggest. Here's what Papette looks like on me. No foundation, just the blush. That's all I have on my face right now, and lip balm. So I've only worn these cheek sticks without foundation on their own. So I don't know if when you blend, it lifts the product underneath. I don't think it would. Just on like using them, I can tell it like settles really well. But I have used Ganache, the contour sticks, on top of foundation, and that never lifted. So, and the formula is pretty similar. So let's see. I have a pretty like distinct line, especially here. Like it's quite distinct, so it's easy for me to just follow it. Let's see. I'll try and follow it on the line and then blend upwards. Yeah, that got the line. Kind of disappears. Okay, let's see. So I'll follow here as well. Yeah. And now I'll blend with the same brush because that's the brush that I have in front of me. Since this contour is a shade slightly darker, I only go in one layer unless I've like completely blended it out, which sometimes happens. Then I'll go in with the second, but most of the time I don't need it. See, this way when I get slightly darker product too, it kind of I use less product. So I don't know. The truffle stick, I don't think would work for my summer shade. This way, I have a stick that works for me all year round, and I don't need like multiple sticks or multiple products for my summer or for my winter, like stuff like that. It's an all year round makeup kit. That's why I choose Ganache. And I'm glad I did. Okay. So this is the duo that is on my face right now. It blends quite like seamlessly into my skin. I feel like, ooh, that is a dark shade for me, but nope. It blended quite well. Okay, let's see. Let's move on to the second duo. So there's 5 shades that are new. And by 5, I mean like the singular. Since these are duos, I mean like the singular product. So Tulle, one of the shades in the Baby Cheeks Face Trace Sculpting Powder Duo, that one, Tulle is put in with Truffle. So Truffle is an existing shade. It's an existing shade in the bronzing or the sculpting stick. But Tulle, the blush side, is a new shade. And I think it's a new shade because I just searched up Tulle on the Westman Atelier website, and this is the only product that shows up. So everything else, the stick shows up and then the powder duo. So Tulle is a new one. And then Suede and Sable, both of those are new. And then Fizz and Jam, both of those are new. Everything else is existing in their cream stick formula. So let's start with Petal. Petal and Biscuit are a duo. Biscuit wouldn't have worked. It would have been too light. But the thing that I pulled up from my collection that could match is this. It kind of looks similar. Like, this is so light. Now that I looked at it, I haven't pulled this out in a while. I've kind of dented this, but this is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow in fair medium or light medium. Yeah, you get the gist. But I have it in the travel size. So this is quite light. This is when I'm my fairest. Does it work? So I have this to go with Petal. And that's what we'll swatch. So I have Petal in this. I loved these cute limited edition packaging. Okay. I don't think I need to take off my watch. Okay, here goes Petal beneath Ganache. That's what Petal looks like. It's a nice dusty nude. For a while there, Petal was the only blush stick that you could get in a travel size. All others were full size. And here's the Charlotte Tilbury. See, it's so light. This is like nowhere near where it would work. I'm also, oh, it's not even, the swatch isn't even showing. It's lighter than Petal. I can see it in the mirror and I can see it in person, but because of the light, you can't. Okay, I've turned the lights down to 14% and it's still, okay, here you go. You can kind of see it in this. Here is the Charlotte Tilbury one. But yeah, it is very, very, very light. So that's what I would pair with Petal, because Biscuit looks like it would be that light. Biscuit is described as like a cool beige. Let's see. Biscuit is really a cool beige coffee, which, I mean, this kind of works. And then there's also this one from this year's Hourglass Lightning Edit palette. So this one is in, I'm going to keep the lights low just for the swatches since it'll be easier to show up. Because now I'm just going to do swatches. This is in natural bronze. Let's see. I think this was also like a cool bronze shade. This is what, yeah, see, it doesn't show up as much. Where should I swatch? I'm going to swatch it on the side. So here's where I swatched it. This does show up on my face, kind of, but it's like really subtle. Yeah, there you go. You can see it. Yeah, I guess this works better. Yeah, this one, the Charlotte Tilbury, it's here, okay? It's just not showing up. Okay, I'll try and pair these two together. So Petal and then Natural Bronze from Hourglass. That's what is in my stash. That's how I would shop it. Okay, let's move on to Mimi and Coquette. I don't have Coquette, but I do have Mimi. Oh, Tulle. There's Tulle too. So Tulle is described as, let's see, cool pink. For the Tulle shade, the cool pink, I'm going to pull out this Kaleidos blush. And now, okay, this is slightly deeper and a bit more saturated, I would say. But for my skin tone, I think it'll work better. For this, I would say the Dior 001, the Universal Pink Fab Blush could also work. So if you have that and you want inspo on something to shop your own stash and you have that, that can work for it too. I have that, but not right now. But okay, in the swatch, it does look cool pink and really light. Okay, there you go. Like, it's pulling up so light compared to Coquette. Like, yeah, that pulls, yeah, I think that looks like Tulle. And then, let's see. For Truffle, I'm going to pull up this bronzer from Chantecaille in Goa. Real Bronze in Goa. It's also cool toned. And it's slightly deeper, but I think this works well with Truffle. This might be... Yeah, I think this works well with Truffle. Okay, here's what it looks like. Like, okay, here's it on my fingers, and then I'll put the powder duo on top. Does it not look like it? I feel like this looks quite similar to the duo, the powder duo. Wow, this is going really well. The shop my stash. I feel like I would be struggling, but no, I really do have all of these colors. This is what I would like suggest. Go into your own makeup and then you can easily find the same colors. And like, yeah, you don't have the same formula, but all of these brushes are great formula. Their cheek, the cream sticks are amazing formula. And then all of the blushes that are different brands, this Chantecaille bronzer works so well, is so beautiful. And it's just that this is like very light, but that was like a best-selling product for a reason. The Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. Everyone used to rave about it. Okay, for the Sable Suede comparison, I thought I would pull out my Tom Ford Peach Poison. I felt like it looked very similar in photo, but so I did swatch it and try it on. But when I tried it on, it looked pretty close on this side, but this was a bit too orange, I guess. But this is what it looks like. Let's see. This is a bit too orange. Let's swatch. Okay, I'm going to take my watch off, unfortunately, because I need my... Okay, file. Here. I think it looks pretty close. So, I don't know. To save $75 plus tax, if you have Peach Poison and you are looking after Sable Suede, I don't think you need it. Again, I'm not talking about formula because I don't have a single powder format of Westman Atelier. Just like, I'm just duping, or not even duping, because all of these products are expensive. This Tom Ford blush is more expensive than the Westman Atelier. So this is, I wouldn't consider a dupes video. This is definitely more like shop my stash, like finding stuff that is in your makeup that you already have. Okay, let's see. Now let's move to Mini and Coquette. I also didn't look hard, but I couldn't find a similar shade to Coquette. But here is Mimi. Mimi. I loved Mimi so much. And now that I'm looking at it, Mimi is quite close to that brown shade from the Tom Ford shade. Anyway, this is Mimi. It's like a nice nude blush, like everyday nude. Boring, but in the best way possible. They describe Mimi as tawny beige. Good. And then Coquette is described as bright pinky peach. So this actually works really well for Coquette, now that I'm looking at it. Like this duo. See, this is going so well. So this is Mimi, and then this could pass for Coquette. Okay, let's go for the last one. That is Fizz and Jam. When I was looking at the photos, I immediately thought of my Patrick Tashi's Wanted blush. And now that I'm looking at it, this, like the cream and the powder side, perfectly fits the duo. So let's see, let's swatch it. I felt like the cream and the powder side were similar colors, but, and they are. Okay, it's just that in the pan, they look slightly different. So I think the berry side, I think it's the jam. Yeah, jam. Deep berry is jam. So this works really well for jam. And I was looking for watermelon in my collection, but I don't know. I couldn't find exactly this thing, but it's fine. I don't wear watermelon blushes as much. So this is She's Wanted. And I think I've shopped my stash for pretty much all of them except Fizz, I guess. But I couldn't find similar enough watermelon flush. Because I was looking at Victoria Beckham's rollerskate, but it wasn't the same. It was more in the coral family. And then I was looking at Flower Beauty. I'll put the name that I'm talking about, that one. But that was also more coral, not watermelon. But I'm fine with it because I don't really wear watermelon blushes. So I'll go through what I'm shopping my stash in. Okay, so this is for jam. Patrick Tashi's Wanted. This is what can work. Then this is just the Baby Cheeks stick in Mimi. And then this is the Tom Ford. So this is similar to Coquette, the color. And then these two I was kind of looking for in Suede and Sable. Then this I shopped my stash for Tulle, their new shade. And then with Tulle they have Truffle. And then Chantecaille Goa is similar to Truffle in my collection. Then Poppet in Ganache in the Cream Sticks formula. And then this is Petal. And then this is the Natural Bronze from the Hourglass palette. So this one. I think I did pretty well. Yeah, I got all colors down. And this is what Poppet and Ganache looks like on my face. Okay, I'm going to add of all the links of people's videos that I watched to see all their swatches and stuff. So I referenced Sophia, then Mo Beauty, Mo Money, or Mo Money, Mo Beauty, and then I'll put all their links in my description, and also whatever screenshots that I use, their name will be in it. So